Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ladyhill. So as you can see we have moved to September and there you can see both these canola fields are still at the growing stage, and I think this should be their final growing stage, and hopefully both these fields will be ready to be harvested in the October itself. So that means in this month we are also going to do a few more contracts because our other two fields, that is the field number 36 and field number 34, they are still on, I think, halfway stage for the growing, and they will still take at least 2 to 3 months to be fully ready to be harvested. So we're gonna start with doing a few more contracts in this episode. So straight away let's jump into the contracts menu. There you can see once again we have several contracts. We have these two cultivation contract on field number 27 and field number 154 respectively. I think I'm gonna do one contract from these two. I think I'll be doing the contract on the field number 154, for which we are gonna get right about 7,200 pounds, because I'll surely be leasing these machines for this contract. And apart from it, we also have several harvesting contract, and since I've done many of the moving contracts, so I think this time I can do a harvesting contract, and I think this one is quite tempting as we are gonna get over 12,000 pounds for it. It's a corn harvesting contract on field number 83, which is right here near the shop, so it will be easy for me to take the combine and this big corn header to the field very easily. So I think I'm gonna start with this contract first. So let's borrow the items for it. There we go. And straight away I will jump on the leased John Deere combine. There it is. It is a John Deere S7 800, and I think it's an 800 horsepower combine. And there is a big corn header, and we also get a big John Deere tractor and a big tipper trailer for carting the corn from the field to the sell point. So there it is. I will turn on the beacons. Well, we get strobes for this combine, and straight away let's move to the field number 83. I'll be a bit careful while driving because this header, even with folded, it is quite wide, and the only good thing is that I don't have to travel on the main road in order to access the field. I think the entrance to this field will be somewhere from here. Hopefully I'm gonna see a gate somewhere right here. Yep, I think there is a gate right there. Yeah, there it is. So let's quickly open the gates, and straight away we can now start with this contract, a big corn harvesting contract, and we're gonna also get some money after selling the corn from this field. So let's unfold the combine as well as the header. There we go. And I'll surely be doing this contract by using the steering assist because it is quite a big field. There we go. And straight away let's start with the harvesting work. There you can see we are harvesting this field, and straight away the combine has stuck, and now I'm gonna move to this side. So since it is a corn field, we'll be doing a lot of garden work, that is for sure. And the good thing is that we have a big tractor and a big tipper trailer to transport the corn from this field to the sell point, which is somewhere right here. There it is. So it's not too far away from us, which is also another good thing. And if you look at the fill rate, our combine is already 12% full. So I'll surely be getting at least two full trailer loads of corn from this entire field because it's a big field, you can see. And this contract, I think, will alone take at least two full time lapses to be completed. So I'll be doing the first time lapse straight away. And I think once we are done with our first time lapse, I will stop the contract work for some time so that we can start with the cultivation contract on one of the field that is in the contracts menu. And for our final time lapse, I'll be completing the corn harvesting work on this field, which will conclude this episode as well for us. So as of now, I'm gonna continue with the corn harvesting work on this field, and I will see you guys after some time. Well, as you can see, I'm continuing with the contract and it is 32% done. And till now, I think we have harvested right about 30 to 35% of the field. So I think this harvesting work will take not two but three full time lapses to be fully completed. So instead of starting with the cultivation work right now, what I'm going to do is I'll be doing another time lapse of the harvesting work on this field, and after the end of our second time lapse I will stop the harvesting work and we're gonna start with the cultivation contract, which I think is on, I don't know which field it is. So it is this field, the field number 154. I'll be doing the cultivation contract on that field, and after the end of that time lapse in which I'll be doing the cultivation work, I'm gonna continue with the harvesting work for the final time in which we're gonna finish it, and that will also conclude our this episode. And I think by the end of this episode, we'll be having over 30,000 pounds in our bank account, because apart from getting the money from the contracts, I'll also be getting some extra money for the corn that we'll be selling at the sell point. So let's hope for the best, and I'm gonna continue for some more time with the corn harvesting work, and I will see you guys after some time. So we are continuing with the contract agency, and our combine is once again almost full with the corn, and so as our trailer. Our trailer is already full, so it's now time to stop with the corn harvesting work for now. And you can see it says that we have done 61% of the contract, but if you look at the field, you can see it is only about 20 to 25% of the field that is left to be harvested. I think it is because we haven't yet delivered any of the corn to the sell point. So for our final time lapse, in which I'll be harvesting the remaining of this field, I will first take our trailer to the sell point so that we can sell the harvested corn at the sell point, and hopefully we can fit in the remaining of the corn that we are going to get from our combine and this field in our second trailer load. And it is now time to borrow the items for our second contract, which is this cultivation contract on field number 154. We also have the contract on field number 27, but it is a big field, so I think the field number 154 will be good enough for us. So let's borrow the items for it. There we go. And let's jump back on the leased vehicle. Here it is, and you can see once again we have John Deere 8RT tractor and a big cultivator, and this time I think it is from Horsch. Hopefully, my guess is correct. Yep, it is. It is the Horsch Tiger 8MT. And to access the field number 154, it is quite far away from here. So I have to continue with this track. Then I have to take a right from here, and this track will lead us right here. And somewhere around here should be the entry to the field number 154. So let's move towards that field, and I'm gonna see you guys right there. So here we are, and I think I have to take a right from somewhere here. Yep, there it is. And this track will lead us to the field number 154. And there are many of fields at this part of this map. We have some decent sized field, and they are actually quite plain when compared to the part of the map that we own. And there you can see we have a farmyard at this part of the map as well. It's quite an open farmyard, you can see, and it is a big one too. So I think I have to continue on this track itself, and at the end of this track I think we're gonna see the entrance to the field number 154. I will have a look into the map once again. Yep, we have to continue straight from here. And as I am approaching towards the field number 154, you can see the sizes of the field are increasing. We now have some decent sized field right here. So we have one entry here. I don't think this will lead us to the field 154. I will continue straight, going straight. And there is the forest right ahead of us. And the entry should be somewhere right here. I think there is a gate. Yep, there it is. I have to access this grassland in order to move towards the field number 154. There we go. And I think I'm gonna close the doors as well, because once this contract will be finished, I'll be returning these machines straight away. And there is another gate, which is the entry to the field number 154. Here we are, and let's open the gates once again, and we can now continue with the cultivation work on this field. And I'm gonna start from this side. So let's unfold the cultivator, and I will also close these doors as well. There we go. And I'll surely be using the steering assist for this job because it is quite a big field. So there we go. We are cultivating the field number 154 finally. It was a long journey towards this field, but it's a good thing that at last we have reached this field, and we can now continue doing this contract for some time. I'll be doing a quick time lapse on this field as well, and once it will be done, I will be hiring a worker for the cultivation contract on this field. The worker will finish this contract for us, and I myself will once again jump on the leased combine, and we are gonna finish with the harvesting work on field number 183. And once both these contracts will be finished, I'll surely be calling it a day. And as for the next episode, once again I'm gonna hope that our fields will be ready to be harvested by the next month, or else once again we'll have to do few more contracts so that we can once again earn a decent amount of money, which we are gonna need in the coming time, because we have to purchase quite a bit of machines, particularly the machines to make the bales for our animals that we'll be getting in the coming future. And I will also have to purchase another big field, which I'm thinking to do by the end of this year itself. Even if I have to take a small loan, I'll be doing it. So as of now, I'm gonna continue with this cultivation contract. You can say we are almost 9% done. So I will continue with this work for some time, and I will see you guys after some time.
If you want it, stay with me. 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 If you want it.
Well, as you can see, I'm continuing with the cultivation contract on the field number 154, and we have done 65% of this field. And I think now it's the time to hire a worker for this contract, and the worker will be finishing this work for us. And hopefully, by the time it will finish this job, I'll also be finished with the harvesting work on the field number 83. So I will finish this row. There we go. And now I will hire a worker for the remaining of this job on the field number 154. So I'll make the worker go only up and down because we have already done the headlands. So there we go. Worker will continue this job now. And straight away, I'm gonna first jump on our leased John Deere tractor. There it is. And I'm gonna take this load of corn to the sell point. I think the exit is from that side of the field. So let's move towards the sell point, and I'm gonna deliver all this corn right there. And I'll be back right here with the tractor and the trailer, and we're gonna finish with the harvesting work, and hopefully we can fit in the remaining of the corn in this trailer itself. So see you guys right at the sell point. So the sell point is somewhere right here. I think this is the entry towards the sell point. Yep, it is right there. And I have to reverse our tractor and the trailer, which I'll be doing, I think, from this side. There we go. So let's deliver this corn. You can see the contract bar is raising now at quite a good speed, which I think will be reach somewhere around 73 to 74%. Well, almost 74%. And you can see we have transported 58% of the corn to the sell point. So once again, let's head back to the field number 83, and I'm gonna continue with the harvesting work on that field. So back to the field, and before I continue with the harvesting work, I will first unload the corn from the combine into this trailer, and I'm pretty sure that we'll surely be able to fit in the remaining of the corn within this trailer load itself. So let's jump into the combine once again, and I'm gonna unload all of the corn into the trailer. So there we go, we are done with the loading, and now let's continue with the harvesting work. There we go. So our trailer is 31% full once again, and looking at the size of the field, I think we're gonna get at least 2 full loads of combine from the remaining of the field, or maybe less. I'm not sure, but it is for sure that I'll be getting for at least 1 full load and 1 half load from the remaining of the field. So I'm gonna continue with the corn harvesting work for the final time, and this time I will see you once I am done. Well, as you can see, I am done with harvesting all the corn from the field number 83, and here I am now traveling towards the sell point with our final trailer load of corn that we got from that field. And we have just over 33,000 liters of corn to sell. And another good thing is that our cultivation contract is also finished. So I'll be getting the rewards for both these contracts at the same time. So hopefully I can also earn a small profit by selling the corn that we have right here. So straight away I'm gonna start selling the corn. Let's see if we can make any of the profit or not. There we go. And you can see we made a profit of, I think, right about 6,800 pounds, which I think is quite good considering how much we are gonna need this money in the coming time. And let's collect the reward from both the contracts. So for the cultivation contract, we got just over 7,300 pounds, and for the harvesting contract, we got almost 12,000 pounds for the contract itself. And if I add the $6,400, sorry, the $6,800 that we got from as a bonus by selling the corn, I think we made somewhere about 18,000 pounds or even more. I think it is somewhere between 18,500 pounds in total that we made from this harvesting contract. So let's collect the money. And there you can see, as I said, we might have over 35,000 pounds by the end of this month. But you can see, we have almost 41,000 pounds with us. And this money will be quite useful for me in the coming time because we'll have to purchase quite a bit of machines. And as I've already told, I will also be looking to invest in a new field by the end of this year. As for the next episode, I'm pretty sure that these two fields will be ready by the next month. Let's have a look into the growth options. But I think these two fields are still not at the final growing stage because you can see the field number 78, its texture, it's quite dark when compared to these two fields. Well, only the time will tell if the fields will be ready by the next month or not. And the only good thing for it will be that by the time we'll be harvesting our canola, their prices will be at the best. You can see we are gonna get almost 2,200 pounds per 1,000 liters of canola in December. So even after harvesting these two fields, I think I'm gonna save the canola that we are gonna get, and we're gonna sell them in December when the prices are at their best. So that will be it for this episode as well. I hope you guys like this video, and if you do so, then do leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. As of now, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.